guys, how are you doing? So many of you guys have gotten puppies, I know, because it's spring. I got you and I can help you. I totally understand how frustrating it can be when those puppies bite. Their teeth are sharp, they do it frequently, and utterly, it can just be annoying. I totally understand. So, I wanted to pop on here for probably like the next week and a half and do some lives, give you some tips to help you with your new puppies. So, when we're dealing with puppy biting, a lot of us just want that behavior to stop. I get it, and I can help you with that. But we need to look beyond the behavior. A lot of times we're just like, okay, puppy bit us, so then we do what? We do something as a consequence for that behavior, like we put them in the crate or time out, or we bop them on the nose, grab their tongue, yell no, say ouch, ignore them, turn our backs. All of those things are common things that a lot of people have done. Now, I'm an advocate of positive training, so you will never hear me advocating bopping the nose, grabbing the tongue, or any of those things. I just know that people do them. So if you have done them, that's okay. I just would recommend that you stop now because you could cause fear or aggression problems with your puppy. Now, you want to think, why do we need to look beyond the behavior, right? Because we just want the biting to stop. Well, if you call somebody and say, look, my kid is yelling at me, can you get them to stop? What are people going to say? Like, seriously. They're going to go, well, can you give me the context of what's going on, right? Like, they want to know if someone really is truly wanting to help you, like a psychologist or something, they're going to look beyond the behavior. They're not just going to focus on the yelling and say, well, go bop your kid in the nose, or go put him in a timeout, or ignore the yelling and then give him attention when it stops. They're going to look like underneath that, like, why is the child yelling? Like, are they in pain? Do they want attention? Are they frustrated about, something that happened, such as they are not allowed to go on a play date, or they have to do a chore, or what is going on underneath that? So that's the first thing that you want to do when you look at your pup. So, and just so you guys know, I'm talking about puppies here, so I'm looking at like 5 months and younger. If we're dealing with a puppy or a dog that's older than that, some of these tips may work, but we may be looking at something different, because usually once they hit 6 months, unless you've adopted a dog and they have some past baggage, they're no longer wanting to nip and bite as much. So looking at that reason, right? So teething is one, right? They could be teething. So yeah, I could get my kid to I'm going to be brutal today, guys, because I want you to get this. I can get my kid to stop yelling, possibly by, slapping him across the face. But long-term wise, then I'm causing psychological damage. And that'll only work if the kid is willing to back off when I do that and not fight back, right? So same thing in the puppy world. If your puppy's doing that and you do an intense consequence, then they could get scared, right? And recluse and stop biting you, but then you've developed a fear problem, or they could then aggress back and start biting you harder, and now you have an aggression problem. So if we're looking at the underlying need on like your teething, well, that means you're in pain. So what about giving your puppy some cold things to chew on? So I would recommend that you use toys that you can freeze, that you buy in the store, or take a Kong. I have a Kong here for those of you who do not know what a Kong is. This is a larger one, but you can get a smaller one for a puppy, and then you just fill it up with something and put it in the fridge and freeze it and give it to your pup. You want to put, obviously, food in there, treats, whatever you want that's healthy for your pup. So then you also want to think, okay, so that's going to help relieve some of the pain, right? There's other reasons why they could be biting you too. It could be that they're overly tired. Are they getting adequate nap times? A lot of people tell me not. Like, they don't think about that their puppies actually need a nap. So you want to think of late morning or early afternoon. Most puppies are needing a nap. And then, oh, yes, they're going to do these emoji things. Yeah, I don't know how to shut that off, so we'll just have that happen. Hey, but then when I do it, right, it doesn't do it back. So I don't even know what encourages those to happen. Okay, so anyway, I digress. So in the evening too, a lot of times you get the puppy zoomies. That could be that they're staying up too late and they need an earlier bedtime. So putting them down for a nap in their crate or on a bed and giving them something to chew on to help them relax and then take a nap. Those things are now addressing the underlying need of the behavior. Now, of course, they can be biting you because they're overly excited. I think a lot of you probably are aware that puppy gets overly excited or aroused. Then at that point, then we want to work on decreasing the arousal level, right? So if we just focus on just the behavior, you bit me, right? Then we're not focusing on decreasing the arousal level. And so you can think of when you're overly excited, your stress is going up. So we want to bring that stress level back down. That can help if you are doing intermixed play with obedience commands, training. That can bring the arousal level down. I would, when your puppy does bite you and they're overly aroused, I would turn my back and ignore the behavior. But then I also want to think, how can I bring the energy back down, right? So yelling, knock it off, stop biting me. That's going to bring the energy back up. So then I want to make sure that I have a calm energy when I turn my back. And maybe even when I'm playing with them, if I don't want them to keep biting me, I'm going to have a calmer demeanor. I'm not going to wrestle with them and amp them up more. And I could have a toy in my hand to redirect them to bite the toy instead of me. Sometimes puppies will bite also for mental stimulation. So their mind actually wants to work and go to school. Training can help with that. Enrichment toys like Buster Cubes, Kong Wobblers. If you don't know what those are, Google them or message me below. I'm happy to help you with that. Those are the main things or reasons why those puppies are going to start doing that nipping. So the way that you want to do this is, because your brain probably isn't going to think about that right away. Post up something on your wall so that you can look at those different reasons and then ask yourself, I wonder which one it is right now, right? And if it is because they're overly tired, then make sure you get their nap before they get the zoomies. Put them in the bed 15 to 30 minutes earlier before they get to going crazy. And you can actually prevent some of that biting from happening by looking at that underlying need. So, point of the story is, yes, we want the biting to lessen, just like, yes, maybe we want our child to yell less or whatever. But you gotta look at what's being communicated to you, what's underneath the actual biting. And once you get to that, then you can kind of bring your toolbox out and start bringing out some tools to create a different end result and a new possibility. I hope that was helpful for you guys. And I got goodies for you. So those of you who stayed on for the entire live, congratulations, because this coming Saturday, I am doing a free online live puppy Zoom call. You can come on there with your pups. Yes, I don't know anyone that's doing this. I know a lot of people are doing webinars, but you can actually come online, you set the camera up, I can see your puppy, and we're going to be doing some active training with your pups. What topics are we going to do? I don't know, because I'm going to gear that free class to what people are struggling with. So we'll figure out what you guys want to cover on there, and that's where we'll go. That'll give you a taster of what it's like to do a live group puppy class. Because I'm also doing a 6-week course starting on April 13th from 11:30 to 12:30, and that is a live puppy online Zoom group course. I will post a link below so you can see all the goodies that we're going to cover in that. You get your camera out. We're going to actively train your pup in the comfort of your home. Yes, you don't even have to leave. You get to train your pup where your puppy is less distracted. Group classes, when you go in person, are very distracting. Now you get to have the lower level of distractions, get your puppy to respond, and really create a lot more ease with house training, jumping, chewing, loose leash walking, come, sit down, stay, all of those basics we're going to go over. It's just $100 for that entire 6 weeks. When I do it again, I'm probably not going to offer it that cheap, so take advantage of it now. And it'll be $25 per class. So you could choose. You can either pay for the full 6 weeks or you can pay $25 per class. Your choice. And that is per pup. So if you have 2 puppies, then, the cost will go to, each of those puppies. But you are interested, then message yes below. And we will give you details about that free Zoom call this coming Saturday. And I'm also going to post in the comments below about the upcoming group Zoom puppy class that I'm going to be doing. I hope you guys have an amazing day. And also, if you have questions, message me, questions, comments. I want to hear from you. Give me all of it, dude. Like, tell me what you think of this. Tell me if it's helping you, not. Post pictures or videos of your pup if you want. I want to hear from you. Let's interact and make this be a conversation. Have a great day. Bye.